Hi, guys. Today I thought I would talk to you about the three biggest complaints that I get from managers or director of care, director of nursing, and they always seem to be the same type of complaints I get against PSWs. So maybe you guys can keep these in mind and use them as a positive. Also, during interviews, you can use them to your favor once we know what these three are. So, number one complaint I get from managers is PSWs are always calling in sick. So, look at yourself, look at your record. How often do you phone in sick? Usually, phoning in sick is connected to other areas in your life. What is your own personal health like? What is your daily routines like? What is your family situation, life circumstances like? So, I think this has to do with the standards that you place on work and how important your work is, and how we think about getting to work and getting to work so we can provide the highest quality of care possible to our clients. I think that has to do with like our beliefs or what we call our identity. How do you identify as a PSW? When I was a PSW, I was always afraid of letting people down. That was like my number one identity. I want to show up. I want to do my job as best as I can because I don't want to let other PSWs down. Once you've worked a shift without a PSW, like you're down one PSW because they called in sick, then you're going to know how difficult life can be for those types of PSWs. So you kind of have to look at your life circumstance and kind of figure out how you identify with your sick calls and how you want to represent yourself. Remember, I always stress you're kind of like your own little healthcare agency. You're kind of like your own CEO of your healthcare and your job. And you want to make sure you're getting to work if possible. All of us phone in sick sometimes, but you kind of want to generate the best work ethics you can around phoning in sick. The number two complaint I get from managers is PSWs are always late. This is kind of connected to also being sick. Could be the same reasons, hectic lifestyle, family, life circumstances. Again, prioritize your values, your beliefs around work. You should actually be showing up 15 minutes before your shift to punch in, change your uniform, get ready, get into a good PSW state of mind, ready for work. But being late is another one you want to try and overcome. The general rule is if you're going to be more than 5 minutes late, you should be calling your place of work and letting them know you're going to be 10, 15, 20 minutes late, like that. Usually they're going to give you 5 minutes leeway either way. So keep that in mind if you do feel like you're going to be late for your shift. And the third complaint I always get is PSWs complain way too much. So, again, this is going to have to do with your daily routine at work. You're going to notice a lot of PSWs hang out in the staff room and they're going to go through their list of complaints that they had for the day, talking about their residents, talking about work, talking about their pay, talking about being overwhelmed, not enough help. You want to kind of avoid getting into those traps and kind of really putting an emphasis on positive attitude, positive culture, that type of thing. Talk to other PSWs maybe to find out if your complaints are valid. Sometimes PSWs are constantly going in and out of the manager's office to file complaints. So you want to kind of develop your own routine around solving problems, critical thinking. Remember discretion, that's good judgment while you're at work. Try to solve the little things the best you can and before you would go to the manager and complain. One good way to look at it is what is the weight you put on your complaint? Like, will it bug you a month from now, a year from now? How heavy is your complaint? and how much will it affect you in the future. If you feel like it will affect you a year from today, then yes, by all means, you have the right to go and discuss it with your manager. If you feel like it's more of a minor complaint, maybe try to handle it with other PSWs or people in the workplace to try and kind of get a good reputation of handling problems and overcoming those types of things. Hope that was helpful. Remember, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time on JoJo the Caregiving Show.